Welcome to our live news. I am Ugochi Ekenta. The headlines. Tribunal gives Peter Obi Atiku 3 weeks to consolidate appeal against Tinubu's victory. APC's Omole calls on security agencies to arrest opposition, making treasonable statements. Voter register rises to 43.9 million ahead of December elections in Congo. Dillian White blasts Anthony Joshua for being afraid to fight him. Rapper Black Bones asks for Nancy Isime's hand in marriage.
This is Alive TV.
The news in detail. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, sitting at the Court of Appeal in Abuja, has given the Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi, 3 weeks to present their petitions. The petitions, which have been consolidated, are to be presented commencing from 30th May 2023. This was made known by the 5-man panel of the tribunal, headed by Justice Haruna Samani, at the resumed hearing on Tuesday morning. The tribunal directed that the petitioners should conduct their case within 3 weeks, during which it should call its planned 50 witnesses, beginning from May 30th, when they shall begin to call witnesses and close on June 23. Furthermore, the Presidential Election Tribunal stated that the trial in the petition will end on August 5th, when lawyers to parties are to adopt their final written addresses, following which a date will be set for judgment. Speaking on the development on Tuesday, a member of Obi's legal team and LP chieftain, Kenneth Okonkwo, asked for prayers from members of the public. With barely 6 days to go, security agencies have been urged to arrest any member from the opposition making insightful and treasonable statements ahead of the May 29 inauguration. The call was made by the director of the defunct Diaspora Directorate of the All Progressive Congress Presidential Campaign Council, Ade Omole. According to him, some members of the opposition on social media are still threatening to pronounce their candidate as the country's president and also disrupt the inauguration. Omole told the press on Tuesday in Abuja that the security agencies should not hesitate to arrest any opposition member caught making any treasonable comments. He argued that the president-elect Bola Tinubu won in a free, fair and credible election and was duly declared winner by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) as provided by the Constitution and the Electoral Act. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Mrs. Zainab Ahmed, has disclosed that the federal government has set aside a sum of 15 billion naira in the 2023 budget for the safety of school children. The money, according to the minister, was set aside to ensure the safety of children in school due to the series of violent attacks and kidnapping of school children in various parts of the country. The minister, who made this disclosure at the training of safe school administrators in Abuja, said the federal government could not come to terms with having more out-of-school children because of issues bordering insecurity. Ahmed, who was represented by one Hajia Halima, said her ministry has authorized for the funds to be released for the purpose for which it was set aside. Also speaking at the gathering was the Commandant General of Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Dr. Ahmed Abubakar Aldi, who said an estimate of about 75% children, according to the UNDP, are in internally displaced persons without access to education. As the expiry date for the administration of President Muhammadu continues to draw closer, many Nigerians are already looking forward to what the incoming administration will do in changing the fate of ordinary masses and indeed all Nigerians for the better. While some made case for the extension of the May 29 constitutionally appointed date for a new president to be sworn in to allow the Election Petitions Tribunal complete its work, others believe that the law is supreme and the date should not be affected. Oluwenga George has more in this report.
The reality of a new democratic administration in Nigeria remains sacrosanct despite the ongoing drill by opposition political parties who are seeking for a reversal of the declaration of the Independent National Electoral Commission of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of the February 25th presidential elections. Despite their opposition, however, Nigerians seem to have accepted fate and are already looking forward to enjoying the dividends of democracy under a Tinubu administration. While speaking to Alive News, some Abuja residents share their expectations from the incoming administration.
The expectation, irrespective of anybody that will be sworn in, is just a better Nigeria. Some of the elite has seen that whether we like it or not, the issue of subsidy will come one day. President Buhari was saying he would remove subsidy. He removed from 87 naira or 89 naira that he made fuel. He said it to 125 naira. He said after some time, it will be better that they have removed subsidy, after which they will take it to 145, blah, blah, blah. So let them remove and let us know that it has been removed. Not that you remove 50 naira, you remove 70, and you increase by 70 naira, increase by this, and you still say you have not removed subsidy. So we want a better Nigeria. We want a better economy. The Nigeria we have is not smiling. So we want a better Nigeria irrespective of anybody that will be sworn in. So we want a Nigeria that students will go to school and be so sure that their 4 years will be 4 years. Issue of ASUU strike should be strictly worked upon, so that students will go to first school and will say this is 5 years course and their 5 years will be 5 years. The issue of ASUU strike should be a thing of the past.
Let him open border, number one, so that at least this inflation, we knew that it's not only Nigeria, but ours is just too much. Employment opportunities, all these older people that are old, 60s, let them just go home and relax, so that the young can push into the system. Opening of borders, I've said that. Employment opportunities, light problem must be take note of.
Looking at what is going on in the country presently, we can see that the country is seriously divided along ethnic lines. It has never been in the history of Nigeria. So any government that is coming in at this time should take it as their top priority to unify this country, to bring the various regions of this country together, because some people are already feeling excluded when it comes to the matters of governance in this nation. Some regions are already being neglected, and it's becoming so glaring that you see a lot of uprising. People are protesting. There's a lot of secession movement. You see a lot of people, they want to break out from the country. So this government coming in have a responsibility, should just show that they are out to unify this nation, so that we can build a great Nigeria that we can all be proud of all again. And another thing that I expect this government to do is that of security. Please, we need peace. We need a security, a country that we can move around without fear or in wherever you want to go. That's just it. Unification of...
Without hesitation, the expectations of Nigerians from the incoming administrations are diverse, numerous, and need to hit the ground running from inception if it will make meaningful impacts on the lives of Nigerians within the next 4 years. Olubinga George, reporting for Alive Television News.
Now in foreign news, Congo's Electoral Commission has registered around 43.9 million voters for general elections in December, compared to 40.4 million in the previous poll, it said on Monday, with some among the opposition alleging irregularities. Political tension is on the rise in Congo ahead of December 20 polls, in which President Felix Tshisekedi is expected to seek a second term. Security forces fired tear gas on anti-government protests over the weekend as demonstrators echoed opposition candidates' complaints of delays and alleged anomalies in the run-up to the vote. The demonstrators in the country of over 95 million were also angry about rising living costs and spiraling violence in the east, where armed militia groups wrangle over land and mineral resources. Insecurity has made it impossible to register voters in several areas. CENI has said it is seeking solutions to enroll them. Opposition leaders have reacted skeptically to the enrollment figure, noting that the Commission appointed its own auditors to review the figures over 5 days. The International Organization of La Francophonie, which carried out the audit of the last registration process in 2018, refused to cooperate with the Senate this year due to the 5-day time frame. A Senate official who did not wish to be named said the audit was meticulous and thorough. A Turkish drone strike in northern Iraq on Tuesday killed 3 fighters from the Sinjar Resistance Units, YBS, a militia affiliated with the Kurdistan Workers' Party, Iraq Kurdistan's counter-terrorism service said. The 5 a.m. strike targeted the YBS headquarters in the Sinjar district, the counter-terrorism service said. Turkey has led a long-running campaign in Iraq and Syria against militants of the PKK and the Syrian Kurdish YPJ militia, both of which Ankara regards as terrorist groups. Turkey regularly carries out an airstrikes in northern Iraq and has dozens of outposts on Iraqi territory. It considers the YBS as an interlinked group to the PKK and YPG and has targeted it before, most recently in February. The official said authorities were currently checking the results of the operation. In sports news, British heavyweight boxer Dillian Whyte is pressuring Anthony Joshua to accept a rematch, 8 years after Joshua knocked him out in the 7th round in 2015. In 2022, there was reportedly an agreement that Jermaine Franklin and Dillian Whyte would fight each other and that the winner would face Joshua. In November 2022, Whyte defeated Franklin in a close match, but Joshua decided to fight Franklin. The British boxer went on to defeat the American boxer in a grueling 12-round fight in April. The fight between Joshua and Whyte was supposed to take place in the summer, but it now appears plausible that Joshua would postpone that fight until December to face former WBC champion Deontay Wilder in Saudi Arabia. Due to the back and forth between him and Joshua over a lingering match, Whyte thinks that Joshua is not the same fighter who previously was willing to take risks. Nottingham Forest turned to social media on Monday to congratulate Taiwo Awoniyi for his good performance in May. Taiwo Awoniyi joined the Tricky Trees from German Bundesliga club Union Berlin for a transfer fee worth €20.5 million last summer. The Super Eagles of Nigeria forward missed 9 Premier League games and was out for 2 months due to a groin injury. In his absence, Nottingham Forest struggled so badly that they found themselves in a severe relegation battle. Awoniyi made his comeback against the Wolves after a 2-month absence. He played for 4 minutes in their 1-1 tie at the City Ground. Taiwo Awoniyi helped Steve Cooper's team escape the bottom 3 in May by scoring 5 goals in 3 games, making it impossible for Southampton, Leicester or Everton to overtake them in the relegation battle. The 25-year-old scored twice in their thrilling 4-3 victory against already relegated Southampton before adding 2 more goals in a 2-2 draw with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Awoniyi scored the lone goal as Nottingham Forest defeated Arsenal 1-0 on Saturday, ending their chances of winning the English Premier League. This is coming after Awoniyi's former club, Union Berlin, took to social media to praise him for his outstanding performance against Arsenal on Saturday. Now to entertainment. Nigerian rapper Emeka Akume, known professionally as Black Bones, has proposed marriage to Nollywood actress cum media personality Nancy Isime. The sex over love crooner revealed his intention during an interview on the recent edition of the Thespians show. Black Bones, who seemed to have a long-time crush on Nancy, stylishly used the opportunity to express his love for her. When asked about his thoughts about marriage and when he would marry, the rapper said he would definitely marry, but it would be a different kind of marriage. He added that he's also in love with Nancy if she was ready to settle down with him. However, his proposal was swiftly turned down by Isime as she replied in the negative. Blackbone, who didn't seem embarrassed by her rejection, burst into laughter. Meanwhile, controversial Nigerian comedian Freedom Asepoyi, popularly known as Mr. Jollof, has declared that Nollywood actress Nancy Isime is not among the first 1 million most beautiful girls in Nigeria. This comes after Nigerian footballer Abba Yusuf Bichi said no lady in Nigeria is prettier than Nancy. Sharing a video of Nancy Isime in the gym, the footballer said anyone who disagrees with him should go to court. Reacting to the post, Mr. Jollof admitted that Nancy Isime is a spec. However, she isn't among the first 1 million beautiful girls in Nigeria. And that's it on the news for the hour. Thanks for watching.